Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate 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 Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Srimatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hriyantosto Yavadrani Vidunoti Surutsatam Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 9, text number 34. Nana Karma Vitanena Praja Bhavihi Sisrakshataha Natma Vasitati Asmin Te Varshiyan Mat Anugraha Nana Karma Vitanena Praja Bhavi Srikshataha Natma Vasidatyasmimste Varshyan Matanugraha Nana Karma Vitanena Praja Bhavi Srikshataha Natma Vasidatya Asmimste Varshyan Matanugraha Nana Karma Vitanena Praja Bhavi Srikshataha Natma Vasidatya Asmimste Varshyan Matanugraha
Nana Karma Vitanena Vajavapi Sushrikshataha Atma Vasidatyasmimste Varshiyam Matanugraha
Nana Karma Vitanena
Varshyan Matanugraha Praja Bhavi Srikshataha Natma Vasidatyasmimste Varshyan Matanugraha
Nana Karma Vitanena
Nana Karma Vitanena
Raja Bhavi Srikshataha
Praja Bhavi Srikshataha
Natmanastane Asminste Varshiyam Matanugraha
Nana Karma Vitanena
Java Srikshataha
Atma Vasidati Asmimste
Word to me, Nana Karma, varieties of service, Vitanena, by expansion of Praja, population, Bhavi, innumerable, Sistrikshata, desiring to increase, Na, never, Atma, self, Avasiddhati, will be bereft. What is it?
How do you spell the last one?
Bereft. Huh?
Bereaved.
Bereft.
Bereft.
And let's go to Maharaj. Bereaved. Will be bereaved. Asmin, in the matter, te, of you, Varshiyan, always increasing, Mat, my, Anugraha, causeless mercy. Since you have desired to increase the population innumerably and expand your varieties of service, you shall never be deprived in this matter, because my causeless mercy upon you will always increase for all time. Please repeat. Since you have desired to increase the population innumerably and expand your varieties of service, you shall never be deprived in this matter, because my causeless mercy upon you will always increase for all time. Perfect. A pure devotee of the Lord. A pure devotee of the Lord, being cognizant of the facts of the particular time, object, and circumstances, always desires to expand the number of devotees of the Lord in various ways. Such expansions of transcendental service may appear to be material to the materialist, but factually they are expansions of the causeless mercy of the Lord towards the devotee. Plans for such activities may appear to be material activities, but they are different in potency, being engaged in the satisfaction of the transcendental senses of the Supreme. It's a very short purport. Looks like Nam Kirtan Prabhu tricked me. You feeling good? Okay. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashlakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurun Dinatarinam Krishna Swadhama Pavate Dharmadhyana Dhivisaha Kalam Nashta Dishamesha Purana Kodhanoditaha Vancha kalpataruyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. He Krishna karuna sindho dinabandho jagatpate gopesha gopika kanta radha kanta namostate tapta kanchana gaurangi radhe vrindavaneshwari vishavanusute devi pranama Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So today is almost third or the fourth day of the Kartik Vrat that we all have started. Is it the fourth? We started on Tuesday, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, fourth day. And some of us must have taken the Vrat or vow to eat once in a day, or come to Mangalarti every day, or chant 32 or 64 rounds, or so on and so forth.
I'm sorry,
Okay, I hear you. Nonetheless, whatever vows we have, we should keep on and also pray to the mercy of the Vaishnavas, the Guru, Gauranga, and ultimately Lord Krishna. And that brings us to today's topic of Anugraha. That's the word here in this verse. It says, Nana karma vithanena praja bhavi sisikshataha natma vasidatya asminste varshiyan mat anugraha. So this word, very important, anugraha, and that's what the theme is throughout the previous verses we heard and the verse which we are hearing today, that anugraha and the mercy of the Lord is very, very important. And even before we approach directly the Lord, which we cannot, we have to go through the proper channel of the Guru Parampara. Evam Parampara Praptam Evam Brada Shrevidu Sakale Yahamahata Yoga Nashtam Parantapa. That's what Krishna says also in Bhagavad Gita. And this knowledge has to be received in disciplic succession. And we have heard this word many times in many different references, and if we remember, a very common one comes to mind is Yasyaham Anugrahanami Harishe Tat Dhanam Shanai. Right? Everyone heard this one? This is 1088.8. Actually, I can even read the entire verse here. It says, Shri Bhagavan Vacha Yasyaham Anugrahanami Harishyata Dhanam Shanahi Tato Dhanam Tajantyasya Swajana Dukkha Dukkhitam. And the translation is, the personality of God has said, if I especially favor someone, so favoring someone means anugraha, I gradually deprive him of his wealth. Then the relatives and friends of such a poverty-stricken man abandon him. In this way, he suffers one distress after another. So, this is kind of very much a contrast to the current verse, even though it's anugraha, even though it's mercy of the Lord. And we see this very much in the case of our spiritual master, Acharya Srila Prabhupada, that when his business was flourishing in one sense, and then what happened? Krishna took it all away, right? The business was gone. And then, what was the next thing happened? Even in his family, things were not going that well. And unfortunately, for Prabhupada's wife, when he was in Grihastha ashram, or fortunately for us, we know what happened, right? Because she sold some of Prabhupada's, was it books or the manuscripts? Books. Bhagavatam, and what did she sell them for? Just for mere, to buy some tea biscuits, right? And what did Prabhupada told her? He gave her option, either you choose between tea or me. And she chose what?
Me.
She chose tea, and so fortunately we got Prabhupada, and we are on this path of Bhakti Yoga. So here that verse very much implies that how Krishna favors, and it's interesting the background of this verse. If you see, or actually if any one of us experience this situation in our life, we should remember this verse 10:88:8. Very easy to remember this number, right? 10888. So 10th canto, 88th chapter, verse number 8. 10:88:8. If we lose our job or all the finances are gone or whatever, then just please remember this verse. It's kind of very, very encouraging, because the Lord is saying that actually I'm taking it, but then you should consider that is my special favor, that is my mercy unto you. Right? And interesting, this whole narration actually is a very short chapter, maybe 20-something odd verses in this chapter, the 10th canto, 88th chapter. And the background to this verse is that Parikshit Maharaj is asking question to Shukadeva Goswami that how is it that the followers of Krishna, they don't easily get opulence or material wealth, but at the same time those who are followers of Lord Shiva, they are blessed with wealth and opulence. How is it? And then Shukadeva Goswami narrates, he says that the same question was asked by your grandfather. Who's grandfather of Parikshit? Grandfather of Parikshit Maharaj. Yudhishthira Maharaj. So Yudhishthira Maharaj posed the same question to Krishna. Then why is it that you don't give opulence or wealth to your devotees, but nonetheless, on the opposite side, Lord Shiva doesn't have anything. Actually, you are the goddess of fortune. Krishna is the Lakshmipati, goddess of fortune. And you don't give the wealth, but at the same time, Lord Shiva, who has nothing, basically he lives under a tree, but at the same time he's awarding so much opulence, so much wealth to his devotees. And then Krishna says that actually, he gives very beautiful understanding or reasoning that why he does that, because that is his special favor, that is a special mercy to his devotees, that he doesn't want them to get trapped into this repeated cycle of birth and death, right? Because once man has opulence, then they get Janma Ishwarya Shuta Shri Vir, Edamana Madha Puman, that the person becomes Madha, they become very proud of whatever they get, either the opulence or the birth in aristocratic family, Janma, Aishwarya, Shuta, or great learning, Shuta Shri Vir, or wealth. And the person obviously becomes proud. They don't care about gods, then they think that I am Ishvara Aham Bhogi. They think that I am the Ishwar and I am the enjoyer. And that's why Krishna says, I don't give. Whereas the devotees of Lord Shiva's another name is also Ashutosh, means one who gets pleased very easily. But at the same time, he can get angry very easily, so you have to be careful. Right? And in that regard, Krishna narrates a story, a very short story. He said that one time this demon, Vrikasura, he met Narad Muni when he was walking on the street, and he just asked Narad Muni that, I want opulence and wealth and all the material facilities. So of the three gods, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, whom should I worship? And what did Narad Muni say? If you want the quick results, then worship Ashutosh or Shambhu or Lord Shiva. Right? And then we know how Vrikasura, he went all the way north in Kedarnath, which still exists in North India if you go in the Himalayas. And he started performing these severe austerities, which was unheard of before. He basically took the pieces of flesh from his body and offered the oblations in the fire to please Lord Shiva. And he was going on for almost 6-7 days, and there is no response from Lord Shiva. And on the 7th day, he was almost ready to cut his head and put it in the fire of sacrifice. And at that moment, Lord Shiva appeared. And Lord Shiva said that there was no need for you to do all these severe austerities. You should have just offered me Patram Pushpam Phalam, Toyam, just like Krishna says. Just if you had offered me just water, I would have been pleased and granted you whatever you wish. So anyways, whatever you want, please ask, because I am pleased with the austerities you have performed, which were unheard of, I think, next to Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu performed all these severe austerities, and who was pleased with that? Hiranyakashipu pleased whom? Lord Brahma. And in this case, now Shiva is pleased, and he said, "Oh, Tathastu, whatever you desire." And what did he desire? He said that whoever, Brikasura said,